The rings have come to KHAZAD-DûM, and with them, their corruption. Its power helps the king to find the place to bite, to find the light.
Dig here.
At the same time, the music of KHAZAD-DûM becomes darker in the process.
Battery. Yeah. Yeah.
Enter the light. For the king and his subjects, everything is now wonderful. The theme of KHAZAD-DûM sounds glorious.
It is daybreak once more.
And the joy is also felt by DURIN. When the king tries to sell the rings to other dwarf lords, the music of the power of the rings sounds seductive to show how they are perceived by those present.
Power. Power over Earth.
But also dark and mysterious, to show how, unbeknownst to them and especially to the king, their power is tainted with evil.
The rings are not for you, but for your masters.
And this evil power seizes and blinds the king.
Every shaft, every oar, every jewel.
This unsettles DURIN, whose musical theme expresses his fear and concern. In Eregion, Annatar tries to convince Celebrimbor that the last 9 rings to be forged for the men will be the most powerful and perfect of all.
Thrice perfected. For our 3rd forging, we will make 9.
After experimenting with a ring that grants invisibility, the music reveals that its wearer saw Sauron in the unseen world.
What was it?
It was tall. And its skin was made of flames.
Annatar asks Celebrimbor to share his knowledge, as it would save much
It would
work.
save us immeasurable hours of toil if we would offer this one single word of counsel.
Annatar asks, but Sauron speaks. Annatar tricks Celebrimbor by explaining that the rings are corrupted because of him.
The letter.
Oh. But the 7?
We forged beneath a cloak of deception.
But Annatar insists that the 7 rings were forged by his lie, and the theme of the ring sounds representing the deception of one and the concern of the other.
He would never permit me to forge anything again.
Celebrimbor, completely deceived by Sauron, tells his apprentices that the new rings must redeem the failures of all the previous ones, while the theme of the rings sounds very dark.
They must redeem us all.
They will be the rings that corrupt the most and serve Sauron the best.
Day, new designs.
For Celebrimbor, since he appeared with this music in the first episode of the first season, it represents the perfection of his great project, the rings, a purity that he now believes he has corrupted, and therefore the theme further accentuates his sense of failure and guilt. In Númenor, after Pharazôn's coup d'état, Elendil offers to fight for Míriel, using the strength and honor of the theme of the faithful. But Míriel, while embracing that musical theme as her own, asks him not to fight Pharazôn.
No matter what they try and take, you must not jeopardize Númenor's new destiny.
From then on, both Elendil and the theme of the faithful will enter an increasingly dramatic decline, first with his dismissal and the honor with which he is dismissed.
That's enough! Thank you, Captain.
And then with the tragic death of Valinor, who dies as a faithful, so sadly embraced by the music. The music of Valinor plays a very interesting role. In Pharazôn's first scene as king, he looks up to Valinor and explains his frustration that elves, being immortal, will always be above humans. Valinor's music sounds sad because that is how Pharazôn
Sunset
feels.
serves as a reminder that our days must end, and theirs will not.
And even though his son reminds him that he has the power to build a much more powerful Numenor, the music still shows his grief.
Let us build the Numenor you have always seen in your mind's eye.
The camera zooms in on the Palantir stone as Sauron's theme plays. But the one approaching the stone is also Pharazôn. What is the connection between Sauron, Pharazôn, and the Palantir stone?